If you've been living under a rock, know this. Single Player Tarkov is the best way to play and enjoy Tarkov the way you want it to be. So with that being said, here are the top 5 mods that I believe are necessary to the best experience possible. Starting out at number 5, I have the Blacklist, which returns all of the items that were removed from being sold on the flea market, such as the higher tiered ammunition or helmets, like the Alton. The mod allows you to customize how fast your offers can sell compared to how other offers are taken up, in addition to changing how prices are calculated. So if you find yourself wanting to experiment with scarcity, you could crank up the price of everything. Likewise, you can even blacklist certain items again to change up the meta if you find it necessary. Having this ability to sell anything that you manage to gather is something that makes the world of Tarkov realistic. After all, what sense does it make for you to collect a few dozen of highly sought after bullets and be told, "No, you can't sell those, they're too strong and too unfair"? No, this is Tarkov. It should be unfair and unforgiving, so this mod brings that sentiment back, which is why you need this mod. Now, on to number 4, I chose Algorithmic Level Progression because Single Player Tarkov, as the name implies, is just you and a server full of bots running around as if it was a live populated server with players. Knowing that, how would you feel if your opponents were level 1 when you first start? Not bad, right? It's just like the first few days of Wipe. But then let me ask you this, what about when you're level 25 and they're still level 1? Yeah, not so immersive anymore, is it? That's what exactly Algorithmic Level Progression aims to solve by tracking your level progression in order to laterally upgrade as you play. In simple terms, when you level up, so do your rival PMCs. And it's not just the number of the level that changes, but their gear also correlates with their level. The traders that are available are set to the specified level, and it caps all of the equipment that the enemies will bring into the raid. Another unique aspect of the mod is that enemy PMCs will also change their appearance, again, based on what their level allows for purchase at Ragman's store. It randomizes every single raid that you play, imitating online raids almost to a T, as you may get the chance of running into a poorly equipped PMC simply running on an awful quest, or a fully kitted chat coming to clean up the entire server. You simply don't know, so don't get too complacent. Similar to the previous mod, this is also a very customizable mod, allowing you to adjust certain parameters if you find yourself facing repetition. But let's be honest, an algorithm's running things here, so what are the chances, right? Coming into the top 3, number 3 will be Server Value Modifier. Now, based on the name, it probably doesn't sound too much, right? I mean, what can changing a few values on a server do anyways? Well, it can do all of this. Yeah, even the description notes that SVM should be an Aki by default, and for good reason. This is the mod that turns Single Player Tarkov into the game that you always wanted to play. For example, do you find the fees on the flea market to be a problem? Disable them. You ever want to upgrade your hideout without ever having to find anything? You know the answer. Honestly, there are so many things to change in this mod that it can easily turn into cheating through the core mechanics of Tarkov, and whether you want that experience or want to cut out the time-wasting aspects of, grinding through the quest line, it's possible, and it's in Server Value Modifier where you'll find the means to do so. Now, with only 2 spots left, let's see which mods hold spot number 2. SAIN 2.0. Well, what does this mod do? Well, think about it. You're playing with all bots now. They surely have to play like bots then, right? Nope. SAIN, utilizing its dependencies along with its own code, helps inject a more lifelike experience to the bots in game. They take cover from you, operate in teams, whether in duos or quads, hold angles, and get this, even respond to you when you call them out in game.
Shut up, goddammit!
But this mod alone only modifies the behaviors of the AI and not necessarily their spawns, so luckily for those of you who dream about steamrolling the opposition over and over again with your immeasurable skill, there's a mod for that too. Yes, I know that this is a last minute entry, but count donuts as a complimentary addition to SAIN for me, will ya? Just like all of the mods previously mentioned, these 2 mods are highly customizable. You're also probably getting very tired of me saying that. Now we've finally arrived at number 1, but before I unveil it, I have to ask you a question. When you play Tarkov just in general, isn't it fun to play with friends? Even just with a buddy or two, the game simply feels more complete. Between the banter, confused communications, and accidentally TKing your friends, it's having fun that matters the most, because if you're not having a good time while playing, then aren't you just wasting your time? That's why my number 1 mod for Single Player Tarkov is Project Fika, which allows you to play with your friends. The best part is, all of your progression is kept and the persistence is stored within the profile section, which can easily be copied for safekeeping. Furthermore, this mod alone will nearly recreate the Tarkov experience, even without any of the other mods previously mentioned. There are a variety of ways to connect to the host, and all of the documentation is excellently kept on the GitHub page of this project. It's very simple to set up, and for all of the fun that can come from this, I hope that you can see why I believe this mod is my number 1 pick of the most necessary mods for Single Player Tarkov. It's simply more fun with friends. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my list for the top 5 must-have mods for Single Player Tarkov. Did you agree? Disagree? Are there mods that I missed? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you don't play Tarkov, does this interest you any bit? Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. This isn't a type of video that I typically do on this channel, so I hope you were able to learn a thing or two about my personal list of SPT mods, and until next time guys, I'll see you guys later.